Welcome to the TheDPost Sports Notebook, your daily WVU sports roundup at TheDPost.com. Last Saturday, the WVU football team hosted Kansas, which ranked number 4 in the Big 12 in rushing and number 10 in passing. Now WVU's defense has to change gears quickly to prepare for a Texas Tech offense that ranks number 3 in the conference through the air with 335.4 yards per game, but number 9 on the ground with 133.8 yards per game. So just how concerned are the Mountaineers about facing such a sudden switch in offensive styles? Not much. With our scheme, I think that we fit either one, WVU defensive coordinator Tony Gibson said. We're designed for it, and hopefully our matchups hold up. Running back DeAndre Washington leads the Red Raiders with 326 rushing yards, but Tech's total rushing yardage this season accounts for just 28.5% of the team's offensive production. That's the biggest run-pass disparity in the conference. Red Raiders quarterback Davis Webb suffered a shoulder injury against Oklahoma State on September 25th and returned to action this past week against Kansas State. Webb, who set a career best with 462 yards against WVU in 2013, struggled in his return against the Wildcats, completing 51% of his attempts for 247 yards and a career worst 4 interceptions. Webb leads the Big 12 with 10 interceptions this season, but Tech's offensive line has done a good job of keeping him upright. The Red Raiders are tied for second in the conference with just 4 sacks allowed. Of those, only 1 came with Webb in the game. Webb gets rid of the ball quickly, WVU defensive line coach Tom Bradley said. Their protection is such that they're not going to allow you to get sacks. They protect from the inside out, and they're going to make you go a long way. Their quarterback makes good, fast decisions, and he gets rid of the ball. And he's good enough with his feet that he can move around a little bit. There are a bunch of things they do, but Webb is quick. Kate Schwindel plans to savor every minute of her time with the WVU women's soccer team Friday on the grass pitch at Dick DeLess Soccer Stadium. Sadly, the senior forward knows how quickly it can all be taken away. Getting hurt puts everything into perspective, Schwindel said. You never know when it could be your last game. It's just playing every game like it could be your last. Schwindel, who suffered a season-ending knee injury in the regular season finale a year ago at Texas Tech, was carried off the field with a gluteus muscle injury in the Mountaineers' 2-0 win against UNC Greensboro on September 7th. That injury sidelined her for WVU's final 4 non-conference games. She returned for the Mountaineers' Big 12 opening road swing against TCU and Texas, playing about 60 minutes in each game. Schwindel didn't score in either contest, but took 2 shots on goal in the 2-0 win against Texas. Best of all, she felt fine physically at the end of the trip. It was definitely a confidence builder for me getting back in there and getting more comfortable with what I was doing before, she said. The number 14 Mountaineers host number 15 Texas Tech in their Big 12 Conference home opener at 7 p.m. Friday. WVU women's basketball coach Mike Carey said visitors to the Mountaineers practice facility may want to don hard hats in the future. I was telling somebody we're going to throw that ball all over the place, he said Thursday before his team's first official practice. People better wear hard hats in there. That's what happens when 6 of the 12 players on your roster were not in the program a year ago. 5 seniors led the way during last season's remarkable 30-5 season that included a regular season Big 12 Conference co-championship with Baylor. In many ways, Carey and his Mountaineers are starting over this season with 2 true freshmen, a redshirt freshman, 3 junior college transfers, and a sophomore who sat out after transferring a year ago. Of course, WVU does have the Big 12's preseason player of the year in junior guard Bria Holmes. She was a unanimous All-Big 12 pick and an Associated Press honorable mention All-American a year ago. The Mountaineers also returned senior point guard Linda Stepney and senior power forward Avery Fields from this past season's starting lineup. Nonetheless, even though his team was picked to finish 3rd in the preseason Big 12 coaches poll, Carey enters preseason practice with more questions than answers.